Hey guys, my name's Mary Lily.
I'm Marshall. And I'm Caitlin.
And we're the hosts of Unveiled Opinions.
Three newlywed girlies with a podcast on any and everything wedding related.
Happy Monday, Caitlin.
Happy Monday, Mary Lily.
So happy to see you today.
Oh, always so happy.
Just us again.
Just us. You had a funny joke.
You just said, call Marshall SpongeBob because she's living in Bikini Bottom.
She's still dealing with flood stuff from her condo. Living in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, that's for Mr. Krabs.
Makes me want to go watch cartoons.
SpongeBob is like the best show ever.
Is it still on TV?
It's like on Hulu or something. It's on one of the things because sometimes I'll turn it on.
I think I know what I'm doing after this.
No, it's so good. We'll like watch it with the kids sometimes, my niece and nephew.
I love it.
Yeah, but Marshall's still dealing with that stuff, you guys.
So you're stuck with us again.
Yeah.
What a treat. So what's new?
You know what?
Ready for spring?
Yeah, it's just February. I've like decided I'm done wearing coats. Like I'm just like
so
I'm like
done.
I have a sweatshirt on. I'm not putting on a coat for a while.
I really haven't gone outside today.
Oh, it's been rainy, so yeah, me neither. And it's cold. But whatever. What about you? What have you been doing? You've been doing fun stuff.
We've been doing a ton of house projects, which is fun. Spending so much money.
I know.
Thrilling.
That's what we're doing too, but
yeah, we had painters come this week for our dining room, which was good. And then we booked my birthday trip.
Oh my God, big 3.
Yay, 30. So that'll be 30. Fun. We're going to Marco Island just for like a long weekend.
So fun. You guys, Caitlin's born on St. Patrick's Day. I feel like I'm sure I've mentioned that before.
I feel like it's been a while though.
Yeah, Caitlin's so Irish.
So Irish. So we're not going St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're going the weekend after.
We're actually going to be the place I got engaged.
Oh, really?
St. Patrick's Day, Shellman's.
That's fun.
I know.
We will all be there. Matthew's family?
Yeah. I'm not sure everyone yet, but I think a good amount of his siblings.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then we're going to do, I think, I don't know, we might actually be in Augusta St. Patrick's Day. Augusta has a huge St. Patrick's Day. So does Savannah.
Yeah.
Like all the schools get out and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I know. It's really fun.
I think it's a Monday this year. Whatever. It'll
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not Irish, but now I'm like, have an Irish.
Yeah, you married into it.
Last name.
So it'll be good. Can't wait for warm weather. So
I know. Is it going to be warm at Marco Island?
I think it'll be like
Island?
70s.
Yeah.
So who knows? Hopefully it doesn't
nice to
snow
get
again. Yeah, I know. I can't wait. Honestly, to like get on a plane and like
a hard bomber.
Yeah. So very exciting stuff.
So fun. 30.
Today,
what are we talking about?
We're going to talk about wedding party gifts.
Oh, aren't we starting a series, Caitlin?
Look at you.
I know what's going on.
You know, you pay attention. Yeah. Today we're going to like kick off and set the stage for a series that we do over the next couple of weeks on wedding party gifts. Because this is one of the things that when we like have put out polls and asked all of you for feedback, there's a lot that goes into it.
There's a lot of ambiguity and a lot of money that goes into it.
A lot of money that goes into it. And so one episode just wouldn't do it justice.
Right. And you have so many people to like give gifts to. I feel like to help you along the way. So we've already done one episode about gifts.
Yeah. Which was like parents.
And I think we did like vendors.
Yep.
So go back and listen to that if you guys have questions on that kind of stuff. But I think we're going to try and break it down a lot more kind of in this series.
Yeah. Which I think too, like, as you said, there's a lot of ambiguity and people can get stuck starting out with this. And so it can be like, as you said, like the money piece of like, how much should you spend?
Right.
Or like, what do
people actually want? What are they going to throw away?
Exactly. Like,
what's for an Instagram? What's like for someone that someone wants?
Yeah. How do you make something that's like thoughtful, not just like checking the box?
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of ways that I feel like people just kind of get stuck. But I do feel like the good news is like there's not a one size fits all method. And in this series, we're just going to break it all down for you.
Right. I think a gift, like as long as it's thoughtful, like it doesn't really matter. And that's all that matters.
Exactly. That's all that matters. Period. End of series.
You're welcome. And we're going to milk this for weeks.
End of series. No, just kidding. We're just getting started. Okay, so today we're going to cover kind of a little bit of like the why behind gifts and what to expect in the series. And so let's start there. Like, why are wedding party gifts even a thing?
Well, I think you're just like saying thank you to everybody. And it's not even just for like helping you on that day.
Yeah.
But like it's for people who like have helped you like your whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're kind of getting this chance where you're having everyone recognize your love and like that you're getting married. So it's like also a time where you can kind of like recognize everyone who helped get you there.
Yeah.
And, you know, just say thank you to all of these people. Like we do it more now than we used to. I feel like now it's like it's from Facebook. It's like it's someone's birthday. Oh my God, post a picture. But I feel like, you know, a little bit before, it's just like a really good time to recognize people in your life. You're like taking stock of like what's happening next. You know what I mean? So I think it's just, yeah. What do you think? Like a sweet time to recognize people.
No, I agree. It's like just gratitude for the time and energy and money that they're spending in the moment. But then also like they've probably seen you in some really like bad relationships. Yeah.
I was going to bring that up, but yeah, I guess.
But it's like they've been by your side to like help you become the person you are to meet the person you're marrying.
Exactly.
And like, so I think that's worth like acknowledging just the impact of the friendship and the relationship.
Right. Totally. Because hopefully you've like changed a little bit.
Yeah. Or not.
Or grown up a little bit.
Yeah. You do you though.
Yeah. If not, fine.
And I think with that, like knowing that kind of the why behind it is like just the gratitude and to express some of that, there are some mistakes that couples can make.
Right. What are those mistakes?
Well, I think it's
Tell me.
You're like, I just said you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We talked about making up your own rules. But I think a mistake is just like, just checking it, treating it as like a check the box.
Right. No,
of like,
I agree.
Oh, yep, I did this. And
it doesn't have to be like a crazy like bridesmaids proposal box or like whatever. Like I think as long as it's like really thoughtful and you can tell that like the person put energy into it, like they would prefer that over like monogram pajamas and like random stuff that your like mom maybe put together.
Yeah. Like I know again, we're going to get into like the nitty gritty and like what we did and whatnot, but like for your wedding, the gifting, like you brought in a lot of like personalized things to what you gave us.
Right.
That made it that it wasn't just like, here's another
set of pajamas
or like here's another like flask or like here's another pair of socks, whatever it is.
Right.
And so I
try to make everything that I gifted you guys like something that I would want to.
Yeah.
Just because like I have been in weddings where it's like, cool, I don't know, you get this random stuff and you know the person like spent money on it and you almost feel bad because you're like, I'm literally like throwing this away. Or like, I mean, the amount of canvas bags, sorry girls, that I gave out canvas bags, like no shade, but like I just have a bunch. So I think thinking of that stuff where it isn't like great to get a canvas bag, but no one needs 15.
And I think too, it's like the ones you gave us had just like our initial on it. Like if you're going to the beach, maybe you don't need like the beach please canvas bag.
Right.
Something
I mean,
that's just
everything
like,
has to be cringe. I mean, unless that's like, I don't know if that's someone's style. Like if you and your friends like that stuff, then get it. But like if they don't want something that always says bride tribe, even though like you might want 5 girls to follow you around in matching outfits, maybe they don't want to.
Yeah.
So I think there's like that part of it. And like, if you don't want to give out pajamas, like don't, you know what I mean? If you're not having getting ready together photos, no one is going to care that you don't have pajamas for them. Like they're going to be fine to show up in their leggings or their sweats. or their actual pajamas, they're not going to really be like, oh my God,
I'm missing out.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, like I gave people stuff because we were going to the beach for my bachelorette. So I feel like I made some of it like beachish themed. Like I gave you guys like a little thing of sunscreen. I wouldn't have given that to you in your bag if like
we were going to the mountains.
Yeah.
Unless,
even though I guess SPF every day, you guys.
Yeah, but still. Yeah, so just making it thoughtful. And we'll be posting on social media, but we also want to hear from all of you of like, if you received a wedding party gift or that you like loved, or one that was like kind of like the meh that got like thrown away right after, send us a DM because we want to be able to share some stories as we go.
Yeah, we'd love to feature some of you guys and what you guys did because you guys have a lot of creative, good ideas.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about like tradition. I know we talked about like the why behind it, but with the tradition of like gifting to your wedding party, now tradition has evolved. And so there's like a different areas, I guess, of gifting that we're going to talk through. Bridesmaids gifts, which bridesmaids proposals.
Right.
And then groomsmen's proposals.
Right.
And groomsmen's gifts.
Right.
And so...
And then you can also have like a bachelorette bag for them too.
Bachelorette.
Yeah. It just is a lot of gifts.
It's a lot of gifts.
But it's also fun. I mean, don't like... If you want to do some stuff that's cheap, like I for sure did, like got cheap stuff from Shein that I just like wanted to be decor, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's kind of one thing to think about is like, okay, how do you balance like, and I think as you're getting started, consider what are the things that you want to be meaningful versus what are the things that you just want to be fun and maybe like the filler items, because everything doesn't have to be crazy expensive.
Right.
And you don't have to do every single gift.
No, agree.
So for you, did you set a budget for all of these areas before you started, or did you just kind of handle them as they came up?
No, I really should have though. I like just got a million things for you guys because I just can't help myself. I don't know. So I really should have probably put a budget on it.
Yeah.
And stopped, but
things just got carried away.
Yeah. I wouldn't say giving gifts is my love language. I don't know, but I just love to give people stuff.
I get that. I mean, you did have a gifting studio.
Yeah.
It is something really easy to get carried away with, which I feel like is part of the reason that sometimes people get overwhelmed.
Or why it does get so expensive sometimes.
Yeah. If you like don't go into it with like a clear plan. For the bridesmaids proposals, I didn't set a budget per se, but I was like kind of mindful of like, okay, before I ordered everything, I like kind of priced out everything to like get a sense of how much it would be.
Right. And like you guys, there's like, if you have a lot of bridesmaids, you can like find stuff that you can order in like bulk.
Yeah.
Or like, if you know what I mean, look on the internet, wait till Black Friday. Like, there are like ways you can kind of like work the system, I guess, on this stuff. I mean, most places have good Black Friday deals, or they're like,
Amazon Prime twice a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Like Prime Day.
Yeah.
And then like there's some like pajama brands, I think now that like if you are ordering like 12, they will give you a discount, like pajamas or something. I don't know how they say it. PY, I think.
Something like that.
And they have like specialized in bridesmaids pajamas. So if you are getting ready pictures, like that is if I got all my bridesmaids pajamas and they like basically matched the room we were sitting in and I monogram them myself. So like go for it if you want to go for it.
Yeah.
But you know, I also gave everyone charm bracelets, and I had like charms that meant something to Matthew and I, but then I tried to do a charm for every single girl that was like specific to them. So I think there's like ways you can make it personal and cute, and it doesn't just have to be whatever.
Were there certain things that you expected to splurge or save on starting out?
No, I really bought way too much stuff and didn't say no at all. And I think that's the wrong thing to do.
What not to do.
Yeah. Like my bridesmaids boxes were so expensive. I shouldn't have done that much.
Yeah, there was so much.
Like I would look at Glossier lip balm.
And even the boxes themselves are expensive.
I know. No, the whole thing is expensive. And I like shipped some of them and one of them got lost. So it's like cool.
That's crazy.
And it was probably $80 each. And then I had a bridesmaid that said no and still took the box. So it's like, what can you do?
Lost money, man.
Yeah, I just throw it away. My dad says I light it on fire.
So that was a splurge for you unintentionally, which I feel like that was one thing. Like if you are at that, and again, we're going to go through all of these in depth, but like
it's so hard when you're at the beginning because you're so excited with the bridesmaids proposals. Like you're like, oh my God, it's feel like it's one of the first things you really do. Because I feel like you do want to ask the girls before you start like doing stuff
a bunch of stuff,
making them like do stuff with you. So like, yeah, it is easy to go crazy.
Yeah. And again, we're going to go through all of these, but like me just kind of outlining a little bit of like, okay, here's how much each thing costs and like what it'll be all in. Like it did help me to be like, okay,
this is still maybe overkill or this is enough.
Yeah. Well, let's just kind of briefly touch on the different types of wedding party gifts that we're going to be digging into. Mm-hmm. So the first are those like the bridesmaids gifts and proposals. What's the difference between the proposal, like bridesmaids proposal and like the bridesmaids gift?
Well, I feel like the proposal can really be much smaller, like in does not have to be like as meaningful. It could really be like a cookie that says like, will you be my bridesmaid, in a card?
Yeah.
Or even like just a card, you know what I mean? Or if you like to, I don't know, like sew or like, what's it called now? Needlepoint.
Yeah.
Like you could like needlepoint somebody something, but like it does not, I feel like the proposal does not have to be intense.
Yeah.
And that's really just like your sign up sheet. I feel like. So it's like,
well, and as you said, you had somebody say no and then take it. And
so
if
like,
you have any hesitation.
Yeah, I would make sure
Start
it's clarified before giving somebody a gift.
It's the sign up sheet.
Yeah, no, but for real. And there's like some of your friends are not saying like some people can't make it on the Bachelorette, and that's just that.
Yeah.
But like if some of your friends are taking a lot more time to like be at the Bachelorette or do other things or be at showers, like I think I had like shower favors for you guys at one thing, but it was like only the people that went got it. Yeah. And then like some of the stuff for my Bachelorette, like I didn't give that to like some of the girls. First of all, like why would they want random beach stuff? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like not at the beach. But so I think like save it, save your money.
Yeah.
For bridesmaids proposals.
And I mean, that is one thing. They've become such a thing.
Right. Because everyone takes a picture and puts it on Instagram.
Yeah. And I feel like you kind of said this. Do you think they're as necessary or do you think they are a trend?
I think they're a trend. And like I like didn't have mine do anything to do with my wedding. Like I think I gave them out last February. And
because they were kind of like Valentine's.
And I made them Valentine's Day themed.
They were super cute.
And I like really have no idea why I did that or like why I like went so hard on Valentine's Day themed. Like nothing else. My wedding had anything to do with that.
We had a Valentine's Day little luncheon.
Oh yeah, we did. And I think I just gave them in like January. Well, it was just because Caitlin's wedding was in December. So once Caitlin's wedding was over, I was like, okay, I can like start planning mine.
Yeah. You're like back, like this is wedding season.
Yeah.
Full bride. So I mean, I agree with you. I do think it's a little bit more of a trend and a trend.
Right. And like boys don't do that. I mean, I think I like posted something the other day where it's like me asking all my like friends to be bridesmaids and it's like this elaborate stuff, or maybe like there's another big trend. It's like take them out to dinner and ask them all at dinner, which I think is fun.
Mm-hmm. I actually saw somebody do that for like around or I guess it was Galentine's Day.
Yeah.
And they asked everybody over like a Galentine's Day dinner.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, or have some girls over and have wine and like, it doesn't have to be taking people out to dinner. I know that's really expensive too.
Yeah.
Like
just having a little like
having some wine at your house, like with your friends and inviting people over and being like, you're going to be my bridal party. Like, you can do that.
Like even putting together like a flower arranged, like If you do that, something like
you could go
that
to Trader Joe's, you guys, and get flowers and make them into flower arrangements. And that's like inexpensive.
Yeah, there's so many ideas.
And boys don't really do it. I mean, I think with Matthew, we didn't do it. Like he gave groomsmen gifts, but like
you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. Well, and so why do you think there's such a big difference in how like groomsmen are asked to be in a wedding versus the bridal party?
Because boys don't care about Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, it's as simple as that. And now boys, I think, are starting to care.
Really?
Or like they're like doing stuff. And I really think it's at like the wife's like
are pushing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, what are you doing to ask the groomsmen? I've seen like people like I just follow this really random thing on TikTok. I don't even know why. And it's called like Cowboy Country Club. And it's all these people like make up fake merch now and just have these merch brands and are making a ton of money. So it's a fake country club that this guy just like made hats for. And now he like will like put on TikTok, like he called some guys like, hey, like, bro, why'd you order 14 hats? Like, I'm just like curious. Like, he's like, oh, it's for asking my groomsmen. And he's like, oh, that's sick. And they're like, send us a picture if you can of like everyone with one.
That's funny.
I know. But also I'm like, how are these people like making money off like, I guess it's like Southern Tide, but like it just feels very random. I don't know. But yeah, if anyone's looking for a business idea, make merch.
Make merch for bridal parties, wedding parties. Well, I think it's a good point. So do you think that groomsmen proposals are catching on, or do you think they're always going to be more low key than bridesmaids proposals?
I kind of think both. I think they're catching on a little bit, but I do think they'll always be more low key.
Yeah.
Like giving everyone a hat. We got Matthew's people silver plated ashtrays, but that's really cool. Just because I had a hookup. And I like wanted it to be something like that the wife isn't going to be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Because like, it's just like something that's going to go in her house. I mean,
exactly.
I didn't.
It's like secretly for her.
Yeah, and like I didn't want to give them crap. You know what I mean. Boys don't like crap.
No, Kyle did his own research, which was like
that's sweet.
And he found these like low ball, I guess, Yeti tumblers.
Oh,
and he had them engraved.
That's perfect.
And yeah,
you can go to like the sporting,
and then they had them for like day of getting ready.
We had getting ready pictures.
I don't know. They didn't have. I don't know. I mean, they didn't have any getting ready pictures, but they had them.
They were drinking beer.
They were drinking.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So that's a little bit on what to come. The bridesmaids' gifts of just like what's trending, personal touches, some etiquette, proposals, just some fun ways to pop the question with like staying on budget and keeping it personal. And then we're also going to give you some ideas because let's be real, the groomsmen kind of like gifts, they end up following on the bride.
They do. Yes. It is your job probably. Unless you have like a very like, I don't know, a boy who's super organized and like doesn't want to like run away with his friends all the time.
A lot of ideas.
It's like Matthew will have an idea and then I'll be like, well, we're like all going to like move up right now to get food. And like, then the ideas drop.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to
never to be picked up again.
Yeah.
So,
but it's also a fun thing. I don't know, like to pick out boys stuff.
Yeah. No, it's something I feel like just a little
challenge.
Bit. Yeah. We love a challenge. You don't have enough while you're planning your wedding. So
you need to figure out what boys like and want. As if you already know.
And make your husband spend money, but not take away from all the things that you want him to spend money on.
Exactly.
So a challenge.
It is a challenge. So I think like one of the big things is make sure it's thoughtful and like do think of your budget ahead of time. Like think of how much it's going to cost when you are not buying this for one person, but you're buying it for like 12.
Exactly.
And then you have to think like also every time I was like getting something for my bridesmaids, I'm like, well, I want my mom to have one. And then it's like, do you want like the mother of the groom? It's just like, where does it end?
Where is the line?
So just keep it in mind. Everyone knows it costs a lot of money. Sorry, if you guys can hear the dogs. They're like literally, they play so well together.
Thank God. All right. Well, that is what is to come. Like we said, send us a DM, reach out with anything specific that you want us to talk through. Otherwise,
send us any of your examples.
Yeah.
But guys, subscribe, like, rate, review this podcast. We love you. Please do that for us. Cool girls do it.
Cool girls do it.
Happy getting married.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, and happy Monday. Bye.